Okay. Woo! All right, I finally got on to this. Sorry for the delay for anyone watching this live or on the replay. It's been a bear all the way around. It's been a bear. But that's okay. Everybody's life has a little bit of good, a little bit of bad in it. You can't expect anything less, right? So, hey, what's up, everybody? It's Stacey Storino. Normally, I'm with Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, but today I am here on my own YouTube channel. And we are going to talk about a couple things, definitely for my students who are watching this live or on the replay. I have certain announcements that I will make and I will get them up to speed on stuff. But of course, I've made this public too. So just stay with me. If you're not one of my students, because I do have a teaching for you and for them when it comes to business and marketing between and to being like omnipresent with your content marketing. But they can work very well hand in hand. So, hey, Miss Heidi, how are you? Stuff and Junk by Heidi, what's up? Hi, Speckaloon, Susie B, what's going on? Thank you guys. It took me a bit of a moment to get on here, so thank you for your patience. All right. So if you're new around here, you do want to subscribe. I do have a bunch of playlists with a lot of content. Normally, I'm producing content that's like pre-recorded, pre-edited Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays and Fridays. And I was doing that for a lot of the last 2 years. I've had some health struggles, not going to cry over it, not going to get into it. As Dr. Brene Brown says, you want to share the scars and not the wounds. So there's still stuff going on behind the scenes, but I have been very consistent. My frequency has been good, at least doing a live stream and posting replay every Wednesday. Even if I had to scoot for a doctor's appointment right after that, I kept up with it. So if you're on YouTube, for whatever the reason, personally and or professionally, YouTube does reward frequency, regular frequency or consistency. So I would not put up content on your YouTube channel any less than once a week. Even if it's a live stream and a replay, that'll do. Okay, so I have some more people who are here. Hey, Miss Marja, what's going on? Hi, Marja. Oh, and Amy Lindblade is here too. Hi, Miss Amy. Okay, and if you're a student of mine, you know the deal. Let me know in the comments down below, either live or on the replay, what you've done to move your business forward this week. And if you haven't yet, please give this video a big thumbs up. It's like you're putting a tip in the tip jar for the free training and stuff like that I do from week to week. And it does help me out because the YouTube algorithm will push this out to more of my subscribers, both while the live is live and on the replay. And depending upon how much engagement I get and how valuable the YouTube algorithm thinks this is, it might give me some good suggestion out on other people's homepages and in their search feeds. Hey, Bridget, what's going on? Personal Space Creations, what's going on? Annie McDonald, what's going on? Hi, from sunny Ontario, Canada. Good to see you. Glad to have everybody here. All right, so if you're a student of mine, please let me know what you're doing to move your business forward this week. Are you having a sales promotion? Are you working on and or updating your website? And or are you doing relationship marketing? Now, my students, their business models run the gamut. I've coached for about 8 years now. I have thousands of students one way or another. And I will tell you, I have everything from coaches and course creators to influencers to physical products-based businesses to digital products-based businesses, edible products-based businesses, the works. So, and I know that for lots and lots of people, this is a busy time of year, okay? Especially if you're a products-based business with or without supply chain issues throughout the world, this is a busy time of year for you. So for people who are using physical ingredients or materials or what have you, like my 7-figure success client, Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill uses, wow, I hope you're getting everything that you need so that you can continue to produce your offerings and get sales, right? Okay, so my students are kind of quiet. Hope you guys, I know that a lot of my students are super busy. A lot of them might not even be here right now or watch on the replay. Or if they do watch on the replay, I totally get it. So before we get into omnichannel marketing and what that is, and then being omnipresent with your content marketing and how to work these two halves of the same whole together as a successful, business model going forward, a couple of quick announcements. So for the students who were expecting Funnel Dynasty, my health has been so crappy. I'm behind, but I will be launching it starting tomorrow. Okay, so keep an eye out. If you're on my email list, you will get an invitation to join Funnel Dynasty. That's my one big course that I created for this year. And I know I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Like, that's a course that I'm going to be focusing on moving forward. Yes, also Socialgram Shortcut, my Instagram deep dive, and yes, Social Talk Shortcut, which is my TikTok deep dive. The Social Talk Shortcut course, I'm going to remaster. Most everything in that course is still good intel. I just want to remaster it and take it from live stream teachings to nice edited video teachings and a couple of tweaks. But by and large, that course, once it's remastered, it's good to go unless some big change happens in the meantime. And Socialgram Shortcut, my Instagram deep dive course, we've been doing a lot of weekly coaching about Reels and how to use them in your business. Yes, I do want to update and maybe even put in a whole separate module when it comes to Instagram Reels. But I don't foresee doing another big deep dive course, like a big one, for the foreseeable future. I don't know if my health will really let me do it, but I also want to create Funnel Dynasty. It'll be launched one time only at $9.97. It will have a 12 pay for $99 a month. Once that cart closes after a few days, I'm putting it out with a big major influencer. Lucky that they want to do this for me. And it will go to the price that I see it being at for at least the next year, which would be $1,997. And the influencer and I agreed on a 12 pay of $247 a month. So this is your only chance to get Funnel Dynasty, which is the big content marketing course, like my magnum opus, all my knowledge, and the weekly coaching that will happen Mondays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for PED students only. The whole point of that is for us to take different students' businesses and do a deep dive on them to see what's working, to see what isn't working. And of course, if there's some sort of major news when it comes to content marketing, I'll do that there in the weekly coaching sessions that go with the course at the one-time price of $9.97, and after that, $19.97. For my students who get the monthly popularity plan packs, the designer's done with the design end of the pack stuff. The tech stuff is done so that I can sell it. I just want to finish writing the emails and the captions. So as soon as the cart closes from Funnel Dynasty, so I foresee it being open tomorrow, there will be 2 of the 7 modules completed. But then every 2 days, a module will be completed until we get to all 7 modules. That's part of the reason why the price is so low, because I'm still building the course out, and then the bonuses are right behind them. The designer's working on some of the bonuses as we speak. So, because once I put it up for sale with the influencer, everything needs to be done, right? So we're still going to hit those marks. I just wished I could have launched Funnel Dynasty sooner, and all of it, or maybe just one more module, would have been owed to you. All right, so Stuff and Junk from Heidi says, having a sale this weekend, working on stock so that I can do a live sale around Cyber Monday. Eek, I know. Planning to go live this week to practice going live on a weekly basis, which I tell my students to do. And then twice a week for the rest of the month. Good girl. The more you do it, the more you're going to get like bored of it, Heidi. You really will. So I love that. Bridget says, we are getting ready for an IRL show or an in real life show. I forgot how much work that is to split the brick and mortar to 2 locations for a day. That is a lot of work. Hey, Miss Tiffany, what's going on? Good to see you. Glad you're here. What are you doing for your business, girl? Cindy Payne. Hi, Cindy Payne. It's been a minute. Hope all is well. She says, I'm gearing up for vendor markets. That's what's carrying my business right now. I do great at the live events, but when I post on social media, the crickets chirp. So Bridget does ask a good question. Is social pin shortcut staying? I still need to dig into it. Yes, it is. And by and large, what's in that course is fine right now. That's the Pinterest deep dive course. I forgot about that. Hi, Miss Heather. And here's the thing, Cindy. Unbound by Tiffany says, still finishing up all the products and the details so that I can launch. 5-month-old making it hard, but I'm still trying. Yikes. I hear you, girl. And this is, of course, when you're a products-based business, the end of the year holidays, let alone any birthdays and life events, people are going nuts, plus their regular shopping. Supply chain issues, I'm pretty sure you can sell out, Tiffany, because so many people are shopping off shelves with dwindling supplies. And I would actually put that out there in my emails. I'd mention it on my weekly live streams, and I'd mention it in my content marketing, because that is fair urgency and scarcity. It really is. That is something that you'd got to be living under a rock, no matter almost where you are in the world. You'd have to be living under a rock to not appreciate the risk in waiting too much longer to make purchases. You're always going to have last minute Louis and Louises. And I'm telling my products-based business people, especially, anything that you couldn't get rid of on a clearance sale previously to now, I bet you as you get closer to the end of the year, you can unload all of that stuff too, because people will be desperate. Brick and mortars will be like empty, especially with supply chain issues. It's really like Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill. We're on tilt because we told people in emails, and I have mentioned things in other content. I've been sick, so I have not been able to content market as much as I would like for them. But what I'm doing is very effective for them. Those emails, how many times have I told you, students? By the way, if you're new on here, give this video a thumbs up. It will help it to be pushed out to more people who are subscribed to the channel, both while I'm live and on the replays. That really, really helps me, and I appreciate it. Pretend it's like a super chat. You're not giving me money, but you're giving me a thumbs up, and you're helping me. Unbound by Tiffany says, I know it's so much stress. I'm sorry. I don't want to miss this year at all. I just have to finish some, but very soon, and I pray. Girl, I understand it. I used to have to work with a baby in a sling, crying, all the things. It's, I've been where you've been, so I do understand. Pinterest is my next hurdle after TikTok, says Bridget. Yup. And let me tell you something. Google is the biggest search engine on earth. YouTube is the second largest search engine on earth. It's also the largest video-based search engine on earth. And Pinterest is the third largest search engine on earth. And it is the largest image-based search engine on earth. So Bridget is more intermediate into advanced out of my students. So by the time you're intermediate into advanced, definitely advanced, you do have to focus on Google, focus on YouTube, and focus on Pinterest. You are leveraging all three search engines. And although Google and YouTube are owned by Alphabet, the same umbrella company, Google still, and they don't own, or they're not sister companies with Pinterest. You'd think they were, because Google will rank pins in your search results because it's a separate search engine. It's not a social media platform. Pinterest is a search engine. So that's why its content can rank up when pins are optimized properly, like I teach you to do in Social Pin Shortcut. It will get people to rank up and up, and it will get your pins rather to rank up and up and up. It can take you a while to rank on Google. It can take you a while to rank on YouTube as well. But Pinterest, if you know what you're doing when it comes to optimizing pins, you can rank a pin in a matter of minutes to hours. Seriously. So if you have access to my Social Pin Shortcut course and you have some time right now, this may be too busy, and January might be a good time for a lot of my products-based business folks. Not all my students are, but maybe January is a good time to like bed down with Social Pin Shortcut. All right. So if you're watching this live or on the replay and you don't have access to Social Pin Shortcut, I will be relaunching that early next year. Heather Dupay says we're doing IRL or in real life events almost every weekend right now. Cool. Last weekend I had a 3-day show and doubled a second show on Saturday. Awesome weekend. Good. 90% of our sales is the new candles. Cool. Because Heather does home decor. She says online sales and subscription boxes are a big goose egg. I'm sorry about that, but I will talk to you and I will address Cindy Payne. Cindy, are you still here? Let me know down below. I think I can do both of you at the same time. That sounded horrible. I think I can address both of you and why your content marketing isn't working. I've taken peeks at both of your stuff in the past, and I can tell you, I can have an educated guess why it won't work. And whether you get Funnel Dynasty or not, if you get Funnel Dynasty, I can all but guarantee it would help you. If you don't, let me at least try to give you a tip before I get out of this live. Oh, thank you, Tiffany. Heather says, doing IRL shows and getting stock ready. I'm struggling at finding time to maintain social media content and emails. Yeah, I understand that. And Twitter, Twitter, says Bridget, is its own animal. For Bridget, Twitter is very important for one of the two businesses that she and her husband runs. Hey, Michael Cole, what's going on? Thank you. This is glad to hear your voice. Cindy's still here. Okay, so I will dive into Omnichannel versus Omnipresent when it comes to running your business and marketing online in just a second, because that's what I titled this, and that's the teachable moment for today. But before I do, everybody give this video a big thumbs up, live or on the replay. And if you could, even though I know you're here, put hashtag live or hashtag replay. Because that kind of engagement will also tell the YouTube algorithm to shovel this out to people more, both while on live and both on the replay. So thumbs up and hashtag live, hashtag replay, even on the replay. And if you're watching this on the replay and you have a question about anything that I am covering today, you can put it in the comments after this is live. Your comments will hang around, and I will do my best to look back over the last day or so to make sure that I'm answering your questions. Just because you're not here live, don't worry about it. I'm still going to look back and I'm going to check. Amy says, I would love it when you update Social Talk Shortcut if you added tips and tricks about filter, music, etc. Okay, cool. Stuff and Junk by Heidi says, I don't want to get off topic, but we are looking at Planathon late this month or sometime next month. I know it's not the live event, just checking if there will be any updated content. Okay, so how I'm going to treat that is I'm actually going to treat it as a bonus for Funnel Dynasty. And so what I may have to do, because my illness pushed things back 2 weeks and I don't like that, but I'm stuck dealing with my reality, is I may have to do one more live version of Planathon. But for the people who either get Planathon for 2021 as a bonus because you bought Funnel Dynasty, or for those who say, I can't do Funnel Dynasty, but I want an updated version of Planathon, when I sell the updated version of Planathon, it's my plan to say I'll do a live version of it in early December, just so everybody can kind of get to getting on it. And then when I do the like pre-recorded, like permanent, like evergreen version of it, I may make that available to those who bought just Planathon separately. But if you buy Funnel Dynasty, that's one of the many bonuses that are getting packed into this course. So I'll just put that out there. It hadn't been my intention to do Planathon live again. I have some students who've been to at least 2 of them, and they don't mind if I do it live. But I would have rather just done an edited video of it, because it's 4 hours to 6 hours of me talking. And lots of people do a lot of stuff live along with me to plan their content and their promotions and stuff like that for the next year. They find value in it. I get exhausted, and I've already, now I'm up to 4 different types of doctors without getting into what's going on in the background. Don't want anybody to freak out. It's all good, but it's, ooh. So everybody has challenges. All right, so Cindy and Heather, I'm going to get into what I think your issue is going to be. Okay, so Stuff and Junk by Heidi says, I'm getting Funnel Dynasty, so I'm all good. Yeah, you'll get the email for that first thing tomorrow. Heidi says, I did 2021. It was awesome, but I've used the recordings a lot. Thank you. Yeah, no, when I did it the first time, everybody was like, please do it again. Because, of course, all sorts of stuff can change along the way that would alter what I'm going to do if this is a live thing. And a lot of us are doing stuff live together. So, yes. So when Funnel Dynasty is launched tomorrow, really super quickly, you will have modules 1 and 2 completely done. You will have all the intros for the next 5 modules done. There's a welcome session with before module 1 that's also done and has some PDFs and videos in it too. So it's kind of almost like 3 modules, but not quite. Those will all be in there for you. And then you will see when you go and you look at all the other sections of Funnel Dynasty, I'm planning on having each subsequent module, like the remaining 5 modules proper, be done. There should be a module coming out a day every 2 days, right? So once you're in the Facebook group, some of you were with me both live and on the replay when I did Socialgram Shortcut, and you got offered that course at like $497 instead of the $997. Because again, I think I had like 2 modules done and some bonuses, but not all of them done. So I was like, fine, I will offer it at half price, but you buy it at half price knowing that it's not done yet. And I will have proposed deadlines for each of the modules that I still owe you, and the couple of bonuses that at the time I still owed it. The course is long done, but I just want to add an extra module, I think, about reels, or maybe I'll work it into one of the other modules. But if you're a student of that course, we have done a bajillion lives about reels. We've had reels challenges that went down in the group. I've hardly ignored reels. I just wanted to like record something that's evergreen-esque about reels and put it in the course, just so the course itself feels pretty finished and full. Heather says, I really loved the live because it helped me to be accountable on the spot to play here and cleared up immediate questions when we went through it. Then maybe I'll just keep it live. I don't know. I know a lot of people like live, Stacy. What can I tell you? Thank you. You're being very nice. All right. So Heather and Cindy, what I'm going to say to you is that when I have seen, and it's been a minute since I've seen Cindy Payne's content, I have seen Heather's content more. Yes, you may be doing the content marketing. I want you guys to think about your ideal customer avatar a bit more. And I want the two of you to work a little bit more into your captions so that they see a benefits-laden hook that offers to solve their problem or satisfy their desire, that's going to catch their attention instead of being more features laden. Because features tell, and if somebody's already buyer aware and they're ready to go, they may buy stuff from you. But if they need to be wooed because they don't know you from anywhere, you don't already have, like, you're not a legacy brand and you don't have like street cred with them, they may need some convincing before they just go, oh, you've got stuff that comes in green that's on sale. Okay, I'll buy your stuff, especially if you tell me limited quantities available or I'm about to run out. Everybody says that. And whether it's the truth or not, that in and of itself, when you don't have more rapport built with that content consumer, will be apropos of nothing. So if you're publishing content and it's not converting, they're just seeing more of a parade of products and a tsunami of sales announcements and less about an emotional like rapport that's being built with them and where they're at and why they need this in their life. Content marketing can be made more successful and can convert more. If you don't have enough time to do it persistently and consistently, that's not going to help you in terms of the algorithm, and it's not going to help you in terms of the human beings that are showing up for scattershot content, out of sight, out of mind, and they may move on and they may not have your stuff pushed out into their feed either. And it's okay. Like in Heather's set of circumstances, she's like, you know what? I'm converting like crazy in real life right now. go where the money is, Heather. You know what I mean? But like, starting next year when things might slow down for you a little bit, you need to double down more. You need to put more content on your website. Google's going to like it. And then, like, you need to get more content marketing done, and email marketing is a must. You're going to get 3/4 more business from email marketing when it's done right, when you built rapport with the people who are on your email list. If you don't, and your email marketing doesn't build that rapport, I don't know what to say. People buy from businesses they know, like, and trust. Bridget says, my stuff comes in green. My stuff is on sale. Buy my stuff. I know, because unless somebody happens to be just ready to make a purchase and you just caught them at the right moment, that kind of two-dimensional sales stuff doesn't tend to work like you think it would. Let me get to the teachable moment stuff. Students can continue to put questions and comments down below. Oh, thank you, Amy. She says, I've been worried about you, Stacy. I was so glad to see you live today. I love Planathon and review it from time to time. I'm glad, Amy. Yeah, no, I'm up to my 4th specialist. I don't want to get all melodramatic with everybody about my health. That's not why you're here. But again, like we discussed last week, some of us, you know what? When you show up warts and all, you're more relatable than if you're some sort of poster of perfection anyway. There's something good when you're a brand leader about being vulnerable and transparent, but you want to show the scars. You don't want to show the open wounds, and you're still in process and you're still trying to heal them. So, like, that's kind of literally what's going on with me in the background. So if I disappeared for a while, that's definitely why. It was all I could do to keep up with the weekly lives here. I have been looking in on all of my student groups. Those are under control, and I will record stuff until my voice gives out each day so that I can get Funnel Dynasty launched. I have to have it done by a certain date. That influencer needs for us to be able to roll with that launch, and we're going to do it. As long as nothing else happens, we'll be fine. And I know Cindy and Heather, everybody's busy. Nobody's cornered the market on busy. But your issue is when you're just putting out a parade of products, if someone's not ready to buy immediately and you didn't just, it's kismet, baby, they're going to buy. I know it's hard, especially if you don't love writing. Content marketing done right really can take a lot of time. You really do have to understand who your ideal customer avatar is and why you need that knowledge. And it's a lot more than name, rank, and serial number. This is stuff that Funnel Dynasty gets into. But once you understand that person, you understand how to talk to that person. So when you're creating captions that go with your posts on social media, even when they're more sales based and not as much relationship marketing based, you're going to get humans interested in it. You're just going to do that. Cindy says, I saw a YouTube video where this woman was demonstrating a technique I wanted to learn, and she goofed, and she showed how she fixed it. People really seem to appreciate her showing her warts. Thank you. That's a perfect example. See, I'm showing up with no makeup on because I'm like sick and I'm pumping out content to get that course launched tomorrow. So my life isn't pretty, but you know what? You don't care. And when I show up, nevertheless, she persisted. Nevertheless, she showed up. I want you to channel the same thing for you when you are like Tiffany and you have a 5-month-old baby and you're a products-based business. And if you don't shake your moneymaker now, you're in trouble, right? You're going to miss out on a lot of money. So she's going wild in her life right now. But nevertheless, she's going to be persisting and she's going to get it done. And you know what? Heather's like, I've got to tackle that online marketing. But right now, I am doubling up on, selling in real life because I know I'm converting this way. Nevertheless, Heather and her husband are persisting. They are really pushing very hard to show up no matter how ugly and sweaty, no matter how good, bad, or ugly they're selling, they're showing up in their business. We all need to do that, whether it's chronic illness that we're messing with or something else, right? We all have to do it. So, and that's why also, Cindy, when people go live, if they make a mistake, they just laugh it off and they keep going, right? And so when you are going live at least once a week on the most important platform for your ideal customer, if you have multiple devices or software that will let you simulcast, then go more places. But if you can only choose one platform to go live from, it really should be the one that's most important to your niche. And if you don't know what that is, then you haven't done enough market research about your ideal customer slash ideal customer avatar. Because if you knew that person, that representative for the rest of the totality of your niche, then you would know, or you could do the research and get that answer, right? Content marketing converts when you're holding up a mirror and somebody sees themselves in it. When they see that you understand them, their pain, and what they need to get out of pain and into pleasure, and what that's going to mean to them once they do it. Once you illustrate that in what you say during a live, or what's contained in a video, or what goes in a blog post, or a caption for a social media post, you're going to get their attention. They're going to follow you on social if they haven't already. That's free and easy for them to do. They're going to get on your email list if they haven't already. That's free and easy for them to do. And they're going to get like a coupon or a freebie or both, right? And then they're more likely going to buy from you. So let's talk about what omnichannel means and what being omnipresent really means, and what it means in a way that's realistic for you where you are right now. Are you a solopreneur or not? Do you have a team of any size or you don't? Are you struggling because you've got a baby? You've got like 4 different illnesses now. Like, what is it, right? So, omnichannel means that you are capable of doing business through multiple channels. You are able to take sales in a variety of ways. That's not just as simple as you take on different payment gateways or payment methods. That's part of it. Okay. So if you're only taking orders through PayPal, you really need to get like Stripe, so that for those that don't use PayPal or don't want to use their PayPal right now, they just have a credit or a debit card and they just want to straight up make a purchase from you. Having Stripe as a payment gateway, a credit or debit card processor, is a must. And yes, it's helping you to go omnichannel. That's not all of it though. So like, have Stripe or something like Stripe. Yes, take payments through PayPal, Bitcoin, if that's really important for your ideal customer. Maybe for Bridget, because your people like Twitter. I'm kidding. But for lots of us, we don't have to take Bitcoin at all right now. But for some of us, our ideal customer may really demand that. But more likely, do you take a form of contactless payment besides PayPal, besides a payment gateway like Stripe? Maybe now is the time for you to look into taking something like Apple Pay or Google Wallet or something like that. Like Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, for example. We don't take check or money order, right? Like some of you may, depending upon your business model, but like we don't do that. Of course, we take cash. Of course, we take credit cards. But we've had so many people ask for Apple Pay that we're like, we have to listen to our customer. We have to have more channels to make the buying process more frictionless for them. So, yeah, my husband actually literally has a meeting today with someone for the computerized registers that we use so that we can add Apple Pay into the mix. And can we do Google Wallet too? How hard would that be? And then that's something that on a regular basis, you don't just one and done make an announcement. You're going to let people know you have folded additional ways to take payments from them in the mix, right? Not everyone's going to read the one email that you send, and not everybody's going to see the one social media post that you put out. This is something that is big news and alive, and it's going to be a reminder for other lives from here on out. But being omnichannel doesn't just mean that you can take payments in a variety of ways, an increasingly digital variety of ways. That is part of it. Being omnichannel means you're not just taking sales through your website. That should be where you get most of your sales. And that's where, when you're driving traffic to your business to do more business, like I say, your own website, your own .com website, probably a WordPress backed site, is where you want to send people to get to take their money. And you're going to have a variety of payment ways to do it, like I just said, but it might not be the only place that you take it. So yeah, if you're like on Etsy or Amazon, those are other places for you to make money. But I would treat things like Etsy, Amazon, if you're a coach or a course creator, like Skillshare or Udemy or something like that, I would really only treat those platforms that are not your .com website as traffic sources. It's just another way to be discovered, but you want to get those people on your email list, however you can do it without being violative of terms of service, terms of use, so that you can capture those leads, because that's where you're going to get your repeat sales from them. Once somebody's bought from you, it's a lot easier to get that next sale. Statistically speaking, by the time they purchase from you 3 times, they're going to keep buying from you on a regular basis. As often as they have wants and needs and they can do it, they will buy from you. But getting that first sale is the hardest. Now, being omnichannel doesn't just mean that you can take sales off, like, Etsy or Skillshare or Amazon or Udemy, and then your own .com website, which you're going to prefer to get your sales in. Being omnichannel means that you're also capable of taking orders through social media, for example. So do you have a way to capture and run somebody's credit card remotely? Do you have a system in place for you and anyone working on your team to do that? Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, no lie, doesn't just take a lot of sales from their own website. Yes, they're a brick and mortar. So in that case, because we're a food service establishment, that's an exception to the rule where you're going to do a lot of business from the brick and mortar. And it's kind of hard for us to edit the brick and mortar out of the experience. It would make things a lot cheaper, but we can't do that. But so some of my students do have their own brick and mortar, but have increasingly gone online. Some of my students have done away with a brick and mortar because now they're completely online and they didn't need the brick and mortar for how they're running their business model. But that's not everybody, okay? So, but even if you're Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, we get a lot of people who go to our website and place takeout and pickup orders and delivery orders through that site. And increasingly, people are doing that. But yes, our brick and mortar is another channel. But also, we're on Grubhub, so that's kind of like our Etsy, if you will. That's a third channel to be more omnichannel. But also, we do take sales like about $1,000 plus or minus a week from Facebook Messenger. And we also take sales about a separate $1,000 a week through Instagram DMs. No matter what your business model, Instagram, a lot of people are very open to following businesses and being sold to on that platform. The corporate culture is rife with that. So they don't mind at all getting, giving you a sale or making purchases, maybe after they're doing some inquiries with you back and forth in the DMs or by direct messages. You can close the sale that way too. So do you have enough ways to take payments? Yes. More omni, more comprehensive. But the bigger picture is, do you have a way to do business so that you can get people coming and going no matter where they find you? If somebody, for example, hits reply on an email, what's your protocol? How do you capture sales with them? Or how does anyone on your team capture sales with them when they're checking through your emails for you, right? And increasingly on TikTok now, we have people asking for merch for Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill because we have a huge global audience there. I don't even know what number we're at. I don't even have my phone anymore. Are we at 830,000 yet? Yeah. Susie B says, I just added Venmo per multiple customer requests. That is part of being omnichannel for sure. We've had some people ask for Venmo. If I'm not mistaken, it's like a 2-3 day delay to get paid. With the credit cards, we tend to get paid the next day. I think that's part of the reason why we didn't do it. More importantly, though, while we've had some increase for that, if we had a ton, then we would absolutely take Venmo. Okay. We want to make the buying process from us as frictionless as possible. And that should be the rest of you as well. So Heather said, so would this be being able to send a Square invoice for Facebook or Instagram, or is it setting up an Instagram or Facebook shop? I would much prefer that you keep Facebook and Instagram like shops out of it. Okay. Because then it's like another Etsy, if you ask me, and they're more in control of the contacts. You want to get people on your email list, Heather, and everyone else, and you want to keep them on your email list. So I would not open up shops on Instagram and Facebook. That's just me and my personal opinion as a coach for 8 years with different business models. It's all about capturing those leads and selling to them, because if they're on your email list, they are like 3 times more likely to buy from you than folks floating out in the ether. And you can continue to be seen by them a whole lot easier. Different platform algorithms will start to dumb down your reach. Okay. And they will do that. That's their property. You're on their land. You're on rented land. You want to get everybody who is a customer and a potential customer onto your land, your email list, your website. So you're less at the mercy of different algorithms. And or you don't get the contact information for these people, or you're not allowed to use them unless it's just transactional for that transaction. I don't want to be boxed in like that if I were you. Those are just my thoughts. But that's a great question. Marissa Parsons. Hi, Marissa. Did I miss any upcoming announcements? So I'm going to say them again really quickly. Because of my health, I'm about 2 weeks late on launching Funnel Dynasty. You will get the email, and in all my student groups, I will post an announcement that Funnel Dynasty is available. You'll get that like first thing tomorrow. I could have launched it today because the welcome section and the videos and the PDFs are done. All the intros for all 7 modules are done. Module 1 is done, and as I'm live, about midway through module 2. There will be 7 modules at all, and there will be some bonuses. Planathon is one of the bonuses for anybody who buys Funnel Dynasty. There are other bonuses too. And I won't be doing Planathon, I guess, live until the first Saturday in December. That's typically how I do it. And you've been on that before, Miss Marissa, if I'm recalling correctly. So yes, you won't have to buy it separately. If you buy Funnel Dynasty, it will be one of the bonuses for you. But I didn't feel comfortable launching Funnel Dynasty until at least 2 of the modules were done. Right? So, I mean, I know I love you guys. You're so great, but I just felt too self-conscious about, hey, for $997, when you first log in, you get a skeleton. I don't want that. You don't want that. So by the time we launch tomorrow, there will be 2 modules. The welcome section will also be populated with stuff too. And the way I have everything scripted so far, I'll probably complete a module every 2 days, as long as my health doesn't mess with me. I should be done within a week with the whole thing, and you should have all or most of the bonuses in there too. Because the influencer that I'm doing the big $1,997 version of the launch, that's going to be, I think she said November 27th. So I have to have everything done by then, of course. So while you're buying it, if you're buying it now as I'm building it, you get it for $997. And if you need a 12 pay, it'll be 12 payments of $99 each. After that, forevermore, it goes to $1,997, at least for the next year. My goal is to eventually have that thing built out so that it's $5,000 by 2023. No joke. That's going to be my big flagship offering. Yes, I will keep updating Social Talk Shortcut and Social Gram Shortcut and Social Pin Shortcut. Yes. And yes, for anybody who still wants them, I will sell the more evergreen mini courses that I have. but they really don't need updating. They were meant to be evergreen. But that's the deal. Ooh, and for the popularity plan for December, that will be sold as soon as the 5-day cart close is over for Funnel Dynasty. So it starts tomorrow. All right. Oh, Deborah Burkert. Hi, Miss Deborah. She says, I now have my own website along with Etsy. Good, you're getting more Omnichannel. I don't even mention Etsy anymore in my emails. Do I offer the same big sale on both platforms during Black Friday? No, I would make it more attractive, even if it's just a little bit more attractive. How you do it is up to you, Miss Deborah, but I would not make it the same. Because then if somebody's like, well, I'm more Etsy centric when I buy, so it's the same thing. So I guess I'll go over here to Etsy. You're not going to make as much profit, right? You should be all about your website. Your .com website is literally the hub of the wagon wheel that is your omnichannel presence out there on all the interwebs and the digital things. That's where everybody should so imagine a Western wagon wheel, all the different platforms, YouTube, social media platforms, blogs, podcasts, Etsy, Amazon, whatever. Those are all different connection points around the circle that is the wagon wheel itself. And then if it's a Western wagon wheel, you've got all the spokes that people can slide down to get to the center, which is your .com website. The spokes to me are all the same thing. It's the same link that I want you guys to always be pushing in your bios, in your accounts, on the about page, on a Facebook page or group. It is all about your email list. You want to capture people on that email list and get them to slide down, get on your email list, and then you are always pushing that traffic only one place after that. And that is always your .com website. That is going to be the most profitable for you. Thanks. That's what I thought. And I know you know what you're doing, Miss Deborah, but I'm glad that you asked. Number one, in the stupid question, you never know what I would have said. Number two, maybe something magical changed that would change my advice. Didn't this time. Number three, there's people watching this live and on the replay who are appreciative of you for your leadership because you asked a question they wanted to ask. And now it's been answered, which is cool. Marissa says, no worries. Thanks for the recap. Do take care of your health. Thank you, girl. All right. So, omnichannel means that you are capable of taking orders on a variety of different platforms. But I just explained to you the one that you always want to drive everyone to. For all your sales, or if the first sale happens someplace else, you do whatever you can that you can legit get away with to get them on your email list so that all the remaining sales that you ever get from those folks come from that .com website of yours. But when I say omnichannel, I'm not just talking about, okay, I can do sales a variety of different ways. And also I can take a variety of different formats of payments. What if somebody has questions before, during, or after their purchase? What if somebody needs a return? What if you're a physical products-based business and they have damaged and defective and they need an even exchange? Or even if you're a coach or a course creator and they miss their login link, where do they go? The answer is everywhere. They can go everywhere. You are making your whole branded experience, especially for buyers and potential buyers, as frictionless and as easygoing as possible. And there should be I never say this right. Is it homogeneous or is it homogeneous? It should be the same experience as much as possible, no matter where they're coming at you. Don't be all stilted and say, I only just take care of these things by email. Gen Z do not believe in any such restrictions, and a lot of Gen Y don't either. Okay, Gen X and baby boomers, you could take them by the digital scruff and manhandle them like that. Sorry, we only take care of this stuff by email. No, you don't. You take care of it everywhere. If Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill can do it, everyone can do it. So if somebody's like, oh my gosh, I just got something by delivery and you messed it up or I messed it up, they can DM us, they can message us, they can call us, they can email us, and we're going to catch it and we're going to fix it and we're going to take care of them and not go, sorry, these things are only by email. Nobody wants that. That's not going to create rapport. That's going to make people feel ice cold, right? So that's part of the whole omni-channel thing too. Being omnipresent kind of blends into the omni-channel experience that you're serving up for your ideal customers, and then of course your actual customers too. You want to be anywhere where their attention is. When you understand your ideal customer enough, you understand where at least the top 2 social media platforms are going to be for them, and you're going to publish content at least once a day there. Okay. I don't want to be unrealistic and tell you 3 times a day, 4 to 8 times a day. Although literally, unlike 5 years ago, it is now literally impossible to publish too much content on a platform. There is not being too pushy. You're never going to show up in their feed enough because everybody's following so many other personal and or business related content creators. It's like literally impossible for you to show up too many times in someone's feed, and then they're mad at you. This isn't 5 years ago, folks. But if you're only going to publish once a day, you're not omni-channel if you're just showing up in one place and that's it. And bye, peace out, everybody. Glad I did that. You need to be omnipresent so that your digital ecosystem, which is being omni-channel and omnipresent, you are literally superfluous. You are everywhere that person looks or almost everywhere that they look. It's going to make you more credible. It's going to make your business more vettable. And you are going to have more know, like, and trust with those people. And then you're more likely to get the conversions from those people. People's attention is on the digital of things. The older you are, the more you hate this. And I know it. Back in 2011 and 12, I was like, don't people call each other anymore? Doesn't anybody hang out? Why do I have to go on to Twitter to see that you like had salmon for lunch? Jeez, who cares? Duh. Everyone does, because that's how life is lived nowadays. Okay. So I covered the concept of omnichannel, and being omnipresent means that you have to be on at least 2 platforms, even as a beginner, even when you're a newbie for something like this. The top 2 platforms that mean the most to your ideal customer. Is it Facebook and Instagram? Okay. Is it Instagram and TikTok? Okay. What's it going to be? It depends upon your ideal customer, the demographics and the psychographics that make this individual up. If you're like, oh, I don't know what that stuff is, and you're not getting much, if any, sales, no kidding, because your marketing isn't going to create rapport. You can't sell to everyone, you end up selling to no one. And or it's hard to create content that's going to create rapport with somebody. People buy from those that they know, like, and trust, and they don't care how much you know until they know how much you care about people specifically like them. If your content doesn't show that, they're not going to connect with it. So you could say you've got stuff on sale, limited quantities, here's a coupon, and they're going to go, who cares? You have to show them that. You have to make them care by showing them in your content marketing, your lives, the captions that go with your social media posts, your videos, whatever. You have to show them that you have an understanding of who they are, what their particular pain point is that serves as an intersecting interest that's going to connect them to a business like yours with solutions like yours. And you have to show them that you are capable of getting them out of pain and into pleasure, or, scratching that itch that they have. Not everybody's like in pain with a problem they want to solve. There may be a desire that they want satisfied, and they're going to buy from a business like yours. Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill can do this in 2 different directions through their edible products, right, that they sell. People could be in pain because they're hungry and they want to eat, and they're foodies and they're discerning. So they're not necessarily looking for the cheapest deal in town. No offense. They can go to McDonald's and hit their drive-through for that. But if they want stuff that all of it's fresh or most of it's fresh, and they're getting a designer, delicacy experience and not just some flat, hot hamburger that's stretched with soy, well, they're going to come to us, right? And so that could be solving a problem. I'm hungry, I want to eat, and I don't want to eat crap. I have a certain standard for myself, or this is like my reward after a long day of work. So, this is the problem I want solved. But Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill's food can also be satisfying a deeply held desire. We're kind of like an aspirational food brand, if you will. This has taken us from barely profitable to seven figures, folks. This works because we try as much as we can in videos, in live streams, in emails, in the captions that we put with our content. A lot of times we will put that this is over the top food to create over the top memories with the ones you love. So this isn't just some meal you're hungry and you don't want to eat just anything. This is like it's satisfying a deeply held desire. You want to have fun food and create fun memories with people. Whether you take selfies with your food or not, or whether you take videos of your kids eating the food or not, this isn't just transactional. It's not just a problem, it's a desire. It's a desire for fun, foodie memories. See? So that's what helps us make sales, even though we have a place that sells a lot of the same food across the street in terms of the basics now. You can get a hamburger, a hot dog, milkshakes. You can get that pretty much in a 360-degree radius from where Joe's is physically located. Ice cream, not 360-degree radius within, say, 15 minutes or so by car or less. Ice cream is literally a bike ride up the block. We have a Carvel that was cleaning our clock years ago. So this is how you're not only going to get people to convert, this is how you can be competitive even in a very crowded space, figuratively, literally, digitally. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know if that makes sense. And if you have any other questions, if I've left you in a good place. Part of my problem is I'm having gastro issues now. So like if I talk too much for too long, not only does my throat get sore, that's one thing, but like literally my tongue starts to expand. Not my throat doesn't close up. It's so weird. So now I have 4 different specialists. Let me know if what I said makes sense and if you have any other needs, you guys. Just take a brief pause. All right. So we have covered Omnichannel. We have covered and how it can lead to a more frictionless experience, create rapport, and you can take sales any which way but loose. Clear where you want to focus getting your sales ideally, or if after the first sale someplace else, you're getting them to go to the central focus, the central focal point for your business, which is your .com website, where you're going to be having a higher profit margin for having done so. Makes sense. Thank you, you guys. All right. Oh, cool. My pleasure, you guys. All right. So Funnel Dynasty, gonna cart open and people can start buying starting tomorrow. 5 days from then, cart close. That'll be it. You can't get Funnel Dynasty for $9.97 ever again. It will go to $1,997 for the rest of this year and the rest of 2022. By 2023, it will go to $5,000 because I will have built it up even more by then. That is going to be the main focus for my business. Yes, my other courses, Social Pin Shortcut, Social Talk Shortcut, and Social Gram Shortcut will all be kept updated and such. I'm not ignoring those. After cart closes 5 days from tomorrow, you will have 5 days time to get the popularity plan for December, because I know a lot of you use the monthly plan to help you with your content marketing. Graphics are done. Just have to write up the emails and the captions. So keep your eyes peeled on your email and in the student groups. If you're not on my email list and you're not in any of my yet, you can go to the Stacy Storino Facebook page and follow me there. And you can also, yeah, that would probably be the best thing to do, because I will be posting there as well. And I will talk to you guys later. Have an awesome Wednesday. Bye.